we've heard, haven't we?
It is potentially a very explosive phenomenon.
I mean, can they exploit it? How can they exploit the phenomenon?
Well, I mean, I think some of us are concerned that the phenomenon may. It's difficult to explain, but I mean, we believe that there is something very sinister about what is going on. I don't know whether you're a Christian man or not, but
I am a Christian, of course I am.
Some of us feel
I'm a Catholic,
quite concerned. Well, yes, so am I. And some of us feel concerned that
some arms of the government are doing something, psychological warfare or psychotronic weaponry, and
we think that, I mean, sometimes a little bit of intrigue sometimes is necessary in cases as serious as this. And sometimes measures have to be taken, but I mean, overall, I think that the phenomenon is something which we think will disappear very, very shortly.
How? I mean, I'm sorry, I'm just curious. It's mind-boggling what you're saying. I mean, how? How do you know that would happen?
Well, we think that people will just no longer take notice of it. I mean, it may continue, but
now, when you say phenomena, I mean, you proved that this is man-made. If it's a man-made, how could it be a phenomena? Or am I in the dark? Or I've missed something somewhere?
Well, I think some of them are definitely man-made. I think
So we are suggesting that there's also a part to it that they're genuine.
I think there's a part which is highly sinister in it. I'm not sure how genuine it is or whether it's made by people, but it's something very sinister, and I think it's something that...
are we talking about magic?
We all have to...
dark powers?
Possibly, yes. I think that's it.
No, hang on. I'm getting a bit... It's intriguing. When you say dark powers, are we talking about sort of Satan and that sort of things, or are we talking about actually...
Absolutely.
I see. So there isn't any sort of military implications or the test of weaponry or anything of that sort, which is sinister.
Oh, I wouldn't say that. I think it's a very complex issue. There are
we talking that a part of the military wing who's under the brainwashing or whatever of the sinister forces are doing this? Making it a bit more complex.
Well, it's very difficult to explain to you without explaining to you the structure of some of these organizations. But
for example, give me an example.
Well, I mean, I really couldn't go into detail, but I mean, it's something which is it's concerning people worldwide, and various organizations have pooled their resources worldwide, and involved.
How about the British government? Are they also?
Well, yes, the German government, American government. The Vatican has some involvement as well. But
how about Robert? Does Robert have anything with any of this to help them along with it? To determine what is going on?
I wouldn't want to comment on the record or anything like that. But
of course not.
Definitely, I mean, as you seem to be sympathetic to what we're saying. I mean,
of course.
He is...
what you're saying makes me worried.
He is I mean...
He's definitely on the good side.
He's one of our best people, yes.
And he is helping the government to determine which faction is doing this messy job.
Yes, it's very extremely sensitive work, as you can probably imagine.
Is it now? Let's see. Are we talking about military or are we talking about intelligence? Are we talking about the negative side? You see what I'm trying to say?
It's not quite a military thing, but there are elements of military intelligence which have learned resources.
We're talking about people who've had a career, they've left the career, they have corporations, etc., they're developing some kind of weaponry, and these are the testing ground.
Oh, no. I wouldn't go into that. I mean, it's much more of a spiritual warfare type of angle, I think.
And they're trying to exploit, the populace, or, I mean, what are they trying to achieve? This is what I'm trying to determine.
I think people are trying to bring about changes in world consciousness and for evil, for not for good. And there are some of us who are concerned about this and would like to see this trend stopped.
And is there any positive element in the government who are supporting people like yourself or Robert or anybody else for that matter?
We have support, yes. We have support at the highest level.
That was completely mind-blowing. I've only got a few minutes left. Right, so Mozart wrote a Don Giovanni overture the morning of the opera premiered. Fancy that. Pretty much all the Conservative government stands to profit from our privatised NHS. Of course, that includes Maria Miller. It's nothing more than fraud and treachery, isn't it? It's disgusting, completely disgusting. Everyone's like standing by and letting it happen. Roundup, the fertiliser used by Monsanto for GMO crops, has been linked to a global epidemic of fatal kidney disease. And the police, brutality, corporate, GMO, Monsanto, industrial food chain, financial system, banking, government fraud, tourists selling the NHS to their own private companies. The NHS is actually in great shape. Why do you think they want to buy it? Because they stand to make loads more money off it. Because a bit of it's private already. Same people, evil, money mad, megalomaniac, psychopaths. Anyway. A female banker has allegedly jumped to a death in France. I just hope she had no kids. Because it really is hanging, growing up without a man. Why do we still have petrol like we did 100 years ago? I don't know, I've written that. Because we don't really do any... There's nothing, is there, from 100 years ago? No. Everything's changed, except that you've got to put petrol in your car. Sick. There's a global march against Monsanto on the 24th of May for taking over the food supply. And... I can get through it. The American prison population in 1972 was 300,000. In 2014, it's 2,300,000. It's just because it's private. It's all private. So it doesn't... There's no money. It's an empty bed, so throw people in jail for nothing to make money off them. Right. PC James Williams gave a 3-year-old girl chlamydia. When he abused her. He's 28 and he was working in Bristol at the Trinity Road police station. He didn't even deny it. And it's exactly the same strain as chlamydia. So it's him. But he's not denied it anyway. Oh, God. Okra, half decent to talk about. Okra, it's really good at killing cancer cells. And baking soda shrinks tumours. And last sort of thing I'm going to tell you is Louis Alstad is a former oil executive, says fracking is really, 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 really bad. So, don't do it. But of course, it's all happening. Where's it, Barton? Not Barton Bridge. It's not far away anyway that it's all going on. It's all happening. But, keep at it. Just keep at it. All can I say, just keep persisting. Because they can't do it. We can't let them do it. Right, so I'm going to go because, it's nearly time for the news and all that. And I want to hear a tiny little bit of this next tune because I just love it to bits. So come back next week and feed yourself.